Hey guys, the Franchise Goat here, and welcome back to FIFA 20. Today we're going to be starting up the My Career series on FIFA 20. It's the second of three series we're going to be starting up on this game. We have obviously the Hull City franchise, then we'll be doing some Ultimate Team on FIFA later on. So we'll get right into starting up our career. We're going to use the current squads, make everything up to date, and obviously we're doing a player career. So we're going to create a pro. You have to pick from a player. It's pretty generic generally. You'll see in a second which one we pick. Just want to give you a heads up. In this video, we are going to play a game, and it's a very strange game. Some of the settings were very off, as you'll see later. So I apologize in advance for how off the gameplay is. But without that, we'll fix it for the next video, I promise. So the footballer we're going to be creating is a player who played college soccer where I went to school, and he was one of our best college soccer players um, probably ever. But as you'll see, Adrian Forrest, he was a forward or striker, and that's what we're going to make him in this game. He was unbelievable in college. Really fun guy to watch. So, we'll take a look and see what he's got here. As you can see, it's a more common name, so we'll put in him with a commentary name. I like to do that when guys have more common names because it helps with the immersion because you can hear their names actually in the game. So that's a very nice touch if you can get it, and we're able to. And as you can see, I just realized there that I misspelled his last name, so that's my fault. But I went back and fixed it. Number 9 is actually what he wore, so we are going to keep it that way. He was an American. He's from the United States, so that's what we're going to set him as. I also like playing for the United States in this game because the national team's a little easier to make. When you play for teams that aren't that good, the national team's a little easier to make, so it won't become as much of a problem. Actual birthday, this is actually his birthday, June 15th. And I'm going to go through the build and stuff. I won't make you guys watch all of it, but just to let you know, you'll see I'm pretty much leaving him as he is, and I'll adjust the face and stuff shortly, but height and weight is going to stay the same. As you can see, we have created him, and we get to choose our team to start with. And being an American who went to school in the United States, which is the storyline we're going with, we are going to start him in the MLS, and we are going to start him with it's actually my second favorite MLS team, a team that I followed a couple years ago to the championship, the MLS Cup Championship. And that is going to be, as you guys will see coming up shortly, the Portland Timbers out in Portland. Pretty solid team, actually, as far as the MLS sides go. And you'll see all of the settings we're going to leave pretty much where they are. Problem was I did not realize it was on semi-pro, so I will fix that in the near future. You'll see there's quite a little bit of scoring in the first game. But again, promise that will be fixed by the time we come back to this and we play more games. As you can see, here we are, the main screen. We have our notifications. This is just the manager kind of welcoming us to the club, which is nice. We get to see our expectations and our objectives for the season. As you can see there in the top left, 66 overall striker. So not great, but we have a chance to improve. In this central part, you'll get a better look at what we actually are. Take a quick look at training here. We get to do up to 5 drills with our player. Each week, I believe it is, it resets. But as you'll see, I only have eligible to do 4, so that's all we'll be doing is 4. set up these real quick. There's basically, I'm allowed one with each setting. So I can only have one dribbling. I have one defending that I'll put in there. One of, let's see, we have one of all four, or all four of the sets. As you'll see at the end of the day, that's what we end up getting. We put a defending one in there. Even though I'm a striker, just like to put it in there just so we can ensure it. And as you see, everything else is locked off, so we can't add a fifth. So we have four. We'll simulate through the training. We won't actually play the training because I think it's relatively boring in this game. As you can see, slight improvements. We will get better as we go on through this, and that's what we're going to leave training at for now. We'll come back to it later on, as you'll see. Everything else pretty much set. We will get a look at the squad in a second, looking at the season, and basically just going through everything. You can see on the calendar, we do have a couple friendlies to open the season. We'll get into those in a little bit. But yeah, that's how we start our season. That's how most MLS teams begin their season, is with some friendlies. Back in training, just wanted to make sure that all the training saved itself, and it did. So we'll go in and take a quick look at our professional. As you can see, that's what he looks like. All of his stuff right on the front. You'll see his stats as they update. We can also look through, obviously, there's actions you can take. Not much on right now. There's just a little more of a look at our player and what he is going to be like. You can see all his stats, settings, the way things are supposed to be for him. So obviously, that's we'll get a good look through all of his stats here. Pretty balanced, decent striker. Will get better over time, but for the moment, not a particularly great striker. Obviously, his stuff will get better, and that happens over time, mostly with the training. As you can see, group stage of an international cup. We can see we start the MLS in March. We also have the US Open Cup that we'll be participating in. So really only two things. That's how American teams are, because I believe they don't have the CONCACAF Champions League, which is the North American Champions League. So yeah, I don't believe they have that in there. So as you see, we also have the US Open Cup. We don't play round one. Only one set of teams plays round one, and we do not have to, so that's pretty good for us. So yeah, so far so good with setting up the career. We'll take a quick look just through, not through the squad hub, that was a mistake, but we're going to just take a look at our first game. We'll simulate up to it. As you can see, I think that is Montreal, maybe? I'll get a look. No, we play Montreal. It's San Jose. San Jose Quakes. And as you can see, we've been picked for the starting lineup, so that's good. We'll get to actually play in this game, which will be nice, because sometimes you start on the bench and it's frustrating. But we get to start our first match, so that'll be good. As you can see, manager put us in the starting lineup, and we will go right into it. We will go with our green kits, because I love these green kits. And as you see, we're playing as the lone striker in what's essentially a 4-2-2-1-1, but it's probably listed as a 4-4-1-1. So here we go against the San Jose Earthquakes, kicking off the Portland Timbers to begin their season and to begin the career of Adrian Forrest, the 19-year-old striker. As you can see, we're represented on there. Early on in the game, we already have a 1-0 lead. I'm only going to show you the goals I scored because we scored so many goals in this game. As you can see, ball bounces through and a great finish. Adrian Forrest gets Portland's second of the game and gets himself his first career goal in the MLS. Obviously, we're not actually playing in the MLS Cup. This is preseason, but still nice to get on the board. Good pass there through, and an excellent finish on the left foot. For a right-footed player, that was an excellent finish there inside the post. Ended up pretty central, honestly. So a great start to our career. And as you see, it's only the first of quite a number that will come throughout this game and throughout the International Cup. But yeah, good start to our season. As you can see, still 2-0. Also, you can look at our rating up there in the top right. But as you can see, a great pass leads us through on goal, and the finish, bottom right corner. And just like that, we get our second right before halftime, 43rd minute, again going over to the corner flag to celebrate. But yeah, pass through, and we were through on goal, basically from the halfway line all the way in. It was pretty unbelievable. So, pretty routine goal. Actually not a great finish. Probably should have gone across the goalie there, but ended up going bottom right and just snuck it in there in the bottom corner. Good finish. Good placement on the shot. And we lead 3-0 as the goal barrage from us will continue here early. So just before the stroke of halftime, you can see a good pass out wide. Ball's headed up in the air, pass down. We get another good look at goal and is finished for the hat trick. So a first half hat trick for Adrian Forrest. His first game. Obviously, as I said earlier, the settings weren't great, but those will be figured out as we go along. They will get better, but just soaking up some stats here early in the game. This ball, excellent through, unselfish. Goalie probably should have come over to handle us. He stayed fairly central in the goal. Pretty routine finish into the bottom right. And just like that, we have our third goal before halftime, and we lead 4-0 as a team over San Jose in what's becoming a blowout. So, as you can see, it's become 7-0. This game is really running away from San Jose, and an excellent pass through. We're going to get a return and an easy finish right in front of the goal for our fourth of the game in the 75th minute. And as if we needed more goals, but just like that, we're going to get one. So yeah, at this point, it was pretty routine. I was going through with almost no difficulty, as you can see, finding the back post, and an easy finish. Probably didn't need to put it that high up in the corner, but a routine finish nonetheless for Adrian. As you can see, man of the match. Had 8 shots, actually, only scored 4 of them. So the percentage was pretty good, but that's just because we scored 4 misses in a game, not great. As you can see, we had 2 off-target shots, 2 on-targets that were saved, and 4 goals, so pretty good. And now we're back in the main menu. We can go through our training one more time. I'm just going to reset the training session to be exactly the same as it was in the past. We'll simulate through, and as you can see, slight improvement for Mr. Forrest, as he's now up to a 67. And we will advance through to the next game. However, we because of what happened with the settings, and I was trying to figure out how to fix them, we're not going to play this game. Obviously, there's the little message about playing for country. We will play for the USA if they let us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll try and figure out all the issues. I think I have them figured out when I recorded the next episode, so should be all set. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, and we'll get into episode 2. We'll hopefully finish up this International Cup. So thank you for watching, and see ya.